Jiddu Krishnamurti's notebook. I quote here from a passage that he had written while in Florence, the city of Machiavelli, in 1961. Krishnamurti was born on May 12th, by the way, Machiavelli on May 3rd, both were Taurus. So at that moment, Krishnamurti was traveling through Florence, he was visiting a friend, and on that evening, in 1961, he wrote the following passage. I quote, "Thought can never understand or formulate the whole of life. Only when the brain and its thought are completely still, not asleep or drugged by discipline, compulsion or hypnotized, then only is there the awareness of the whole. The brain, which is so astonishingly sensitive, can be still in its sensitivity, widely and deeply attentive, but entirely quiet. When time and its measure cease, then only is there the whole, the unknowable." I always have his book around. He's another one of those inspiring sources when you want to think about a subject or you have an idea to look at. You can always go into one of his books. He wrote over 70 books in a career spanning 70 years. He was well known as having been prepared to become the world teacher, but he said in 1929 in Holland that he didn't want any of this. So he dissolved the Order of the Star. He didn't want to work with the theosophists who had educated him. And he actually said, it goes in one ear, out the other. And he then started his 60-year teaching career. He traveled a lot, from California to England to India to Switzerland in Europe. And do you know the American intelligence, I don't know if it was FBI or CIA, somebody, actually shadowed him and observed him for many years. There is an interesting little story where one day the man who was tasked to follow him followed him into the woods, because he would go every morning walk into the woods. And the guy was thinking, what is he going to do there? Is he meeting somebody or what? So he actually approached Krishnamurti, blew his own cover, and said, I have to apologize, I've been following you, and I would just like to know what you're doing, why you're going into the woods. So he explained that to him. Krishnamurti was at times asked by the deep state to come and help. Not many know this, but Krishnamurti was asked to go to Los Alamos and assess an alien. I don't know what kind of alien. Anyway, he went there, they looked at each other. I guess they had a communication in silence. And then he turned to the guys in the base and said, "I have no clue."